What's up, guys? TheArtistV1 here, and it's back. Hy-Vee hell. It's back. I know, it's been a long time since the last episode, but it's back because I was trying to get some stuff in between for the next episode and didn't really work out. But anyway, before we get to today's episode, as you can tell from the title, it's called Big, Tall, and Stupid. Couple bits of business, of course. Venmo, PayPal, in the description. If you guys could help out the channel, help out myself, it's down there below. I'm not asking for a lot, but if you want to give a lot, I'm not going to stop you either. But every little bit helps. So that's down in the description down below. Venmo, PayPal. I'm not fancy. I don't know how to do the little link to the PayPal like Brendan does. Although I could ask him, but I'm lazy. But also down there, we have a feature, the Amazon wish list. You know, if you guys want to see some stuff pop up in videos, if you want me to review something or something for a live movie commentary, boom, that's down there too. And then finally, the YouTuber-friendly Facebook. Again, that is the YouTuber-friendly Facebook. Please do not come bother me on my personal page. That's why I made that whole Facebook page, okay? You know, I'm not singling nobody out, but just remember, that's why it's down there. So, let's get into today's episode here. It's another manager here. Probably the last manager episode, probably. And we'll just call this manager Big, Tall, and Stupid. BTS for short. Yeah, he was one of the last managers that I dealt with at the store before being let go. Cause like, I think we had like one more last round of managers come in before I was gone, and, he came from another store, and he was actually the brother of another manager we had there. Sorry, I had to get a drink of that. And, actually his brother he started out the same way. I was actually really cool with his brother at first, and then it kind of deteriorated. Then he moved to be the produce manager. And so his brother came in and became an upfront manager. So I was like, all right, maybe, you know, I was like, I didn't think I was going to like him. You know, I was like, this guy's going to be a dick too, you know, whatever. But at first he was real cool. He was real cool to hang out with. You know, he'd come over to customer service. We'd kind of chill when there was nothing to do and everything, you know, until something happened, you know, where, you know, like a light would go off and he'd have to run off and shit. And he would kind of critique every fucking girl there, you know. So that was fun. And actually, you know, side story, like one of my mutual friends that I'm not going to name because I'm pretty sure she'd kill me if I named her. One of my mutual friends there, you know, actually had a crush on him, and that drove me up the fucking wall because I'm like, how could you like this dude, you know? But anyway, but we were real cool at first, but then it just started getting like under my skin, like the shit he would do. Like he would just say like under fucking like snide comments and shit, and I'm just like, why the fuck did he say that? But the one thing he would do that just drove me up the fucking wall would be like the one thing I hate the most is like, do not ask me a question that has a choice, you know, and then when I give you the answer, you know, you get mad that you didn't get the choice that you got. So just for example's sake, like if you came to me and you're like, you know, hey Will, do you want to go outside and get cards? Okay, so with that question, do you want to go outside and get cards? There's a yes and there's a no response. In this answer, I would give no. Okay, and more than likely the manager would be like, well, go outside and get them anyway. So then what the fuck was the point of the question of do you want to? You know? And those are always the kind of questions that he would fucking ask. You know, Big, Tall, and Stupid. And it got under my fucking skin. And there was always these questions that, what was it? Oh, God, what was the one that one time? It was, I think it was, what the fuck was it? It was something about stocking, I think. It was like, do you want to go stock? And I was like, not really. And he was just like, well, go do it anyway. I'm like, then why'd you even ask? You know, like if there was no choice to the question, why did you even go ask? You know? So, I ended up in I didn't end up there. I actually went up there. The assistant manager, like the head assistant manager's office, and was just, you know, we were talking about some things, because I went up there one time and I straight up told him, I was like, you know, if you guys don't want me working here, just tell me. And they're like, what are you talking about? I was just like, I do my shit around here to help out and everything. I always hear the term step up. And then when I step up, y'all tell me, ooh, don't do that. That shit drives you up the fucking wall. We had another manager always said, oh, you got to step up and help the team and shit. But then whenever I stepped up and helped the team, oh, Will, don't do that. That's not your job. What the fuck do you want me to do then? Whenever I step up and help something, it ain't good enough for you fuckers. So I was up there talking about that, and then we got talking about other things that frustrate me. And the one thing that came up was, big, tall, and stupid. Fucking, I was like, Travis, one of the things that bother me is, like, you have a manager downstairs, and he was like, well, which one? I was like, I don't want to call out names. He was like, well, Will, I can't fix that problem unless you tell me who it is. And I was just like, okay, well, it's big, tall, and stupid. I didn't really say big, tall, and stupid. I actually said his name. And he was just like, okay. And I was just like, well, it bothers me that he always asks me questions, and he doesn't do it just with me. I've seen him do it with other people. I've witnessed it, as we'll get to there. He always asks me questions that have a choice, but there's not really a choice, and that really upsets me. And he's just like, I understand. It's just that, they do that to be nice. I was just like, yeah, but still, there's no point then. It doesn't matter if they're doing it to be nice. There's no point to the question. Like, my manager at customer service, she got wind of that. And she was just like, what? She was like, yeah, but Will, I do that to be nice. I was like, yeah, but still, Angie, there's no point of the question if you're just going to make me do it anyway. And she looked me dead in the eye and she was like, do you just want me to tell you to do it? I was like, yes. Tell me to do it. So like one day at customer, side story, one day at customer service, me, Angie, and Alexa were there, and just out of the blue, Angie was just like, go get me a cart. Right on. Went and grabbed the cart. No problem, no fuss. And I hear Alexa like, what the hell was that? And Angie told her, like, he just wants to be told what to do. Because there was no problem, no fuss. You told me exactly what you want done, and I went and did it. There was no like, hey, will you go get me a cart? Or can you go get me a cart? No, just fucking, I went and did it. So anyway, we got talking about that, and he was like, well, he does it to be nice. I was like, well, still, if I say no, I don't want to do it, and you fucking make me do it, you're just going to piss me off, Because you gave me a choice, and then you're going to get mad at me because you didn't get the answer that you wanted? Like, that don't make any fucking sense. But they said, okay, well, if you don't like that, then we'll talk to him. I said, okay, cool, we'll worry about that. So, about a couple weeks go by. Shit's still going on. It's just building up. I finally snapped one day. It finally just happened. I snapped, but that's a story for another day. We'll get to that one. And just long story short, I ended up in like the head manager's office. And again, I didn't like, they're not like, hey, go up to the head manager's office, you're in trouble. Again, 9 times out of 10, when I know I'm in trouble, I end up going there. Because I'm just like, all right, if anybody's going to sink the ship, it's going to be me. So I went up there and said, hey, head manager, we need to talk. And she was like, yeah, I know. So I sat down, I told her what was up, and, I was like, listen, the frustration's getting to me, blah, blah, blah. So I kind of like lay all my grievances on the table. And she kind of tells me like, well, this, and this, and we get to big, tall, and stupid again. And she was like, well, what's the problem between you two? I was like, the problem is I'm getting sick and tired of him like asking me questions that have a choice that don't really have a choice. I get questions with a yes or no answer. And when I give him the answer that, I want, he gets mad that he doesn't get the answer that he wants. So that means, the whole point of the whole question is null and void. It's like if I were to go to somebody and be like, hey, what do you want for dinner, man? Hot dogs or hamburgers? And they're like, ooh, hot dogs. And I'm like, too bad, we're having hamburgers. Like, what was the fucking point of me asking you then? If I'm just going to make what the fuck I'm going to make. I should have just went to you and said, hey, we're having hamburgers, see ya, That's the kind of shit that was driving me up the fucking wall with this guy. And it's just fucking frustrating day after fucking day having to deal with that. When somebody comes to you with a fucking question every fucking hour, just, hey, Will, can you do this for me? Well, not really. Well, too bad. You're going to do it anyway. Then why the fuck did you even ask me? So So finally it got to a boiling point one day. One day I'm at customer service. Oh no, wait, back up. So I'm still with head manager, and I was just like, well, and again, I got the same excuse, and that was, well, they do it to be nice. I was like, yeah, but still, if you want me to do it, just say, hey, Will, do this. Angie does it. You know, so they're like, okay, well, we'll talk to him. I was like, no, you know what? Y'all said that before. And you know what, head manager? I know what you're going to do. One of two things are going to happen. And she was like, well, what's that? I was like, one, you'll go talk to him probably. Okay, you'll probably go talk to him and say, hey, you know, one of the employees, you know, has a problem with you doing this, and this. And guess what? The problem's still going to go on. Or two, you'll say you'll go talk to him, you'll go home tonight, you'll forget this conversation ever happened, and the shit will keep happening. You know? And she was just like, no, I promise, you know, we'll try and take care of this problem. I said, okay, all right. So, one day I'm at customer service, and here comes fucking big, tall, and stupid right there in front of my fucking counter, and at this point, I'm starting to despise him. You know, I'm just looking at him. You know, it's like that meme you see online where you're just, you know, you're like, you hate somebody so much, like, look at that motherfucker over there just breathing air and shit. You know, that's how I felt about this guy at this point. You know? I'm like, look at this motherfucker over here fucking eating crackers and shit. You know? But he was standing there, like, doing some boxes and shit. And, he asked somebody, like, could you count down this drawer? And, I was just, without hesitation, I was just like, just go ahead and do it. You don't really have a choice. And the person was just like, yeah, I'll do it for you, no problem. And Big, Tall, and Stupid was just like, you know, oh yeah, that's Will's problem, you know, being asked a question that doesn't really have a choice, you know, just being a smartass. And I was just like, yeah, well, maybe you should stop doing it then. Now shit's getting a little heated. You know, and he didn't say a word. You know, and then he was like, well, you know, we do it to be nice. I was like, well, then you shouldn't really ask a question that has a choice then. That's why I keep going upstairs and talking to the managers about it. Now it's getting a little heated. It's warming up a little bit, you know? And he's like still ripping boxes and some shit. And I'm still just standing there. Now I'm starting to get a little heated, you know, because it's starting to piss me off a little bit. So, doesn't look like he's going to say anything, right? You know, shit's fucking, you know, cooling down and shit, you know? So, as he's about to walk away, you know, he was, you know, okay, and now before I say what he says, now, like I've said in many videos before dealing with managers, Hy-Vee picks a person to be in charge, and when they pick this person to be in charge, they're in charge because they're in a position of power. They have to, when they pick a person to be an upfront manager like these people are, you know, they have to keep in charge of all the people that are up front. They have to keep in charge of, like, you know, make sure all the registers are there. They have to keep charge of, like, you know, some of the inventory, like chips and some of the drinks and all this shit. They pick this person because they're supposed to be responsible. They're supposed to be a leader. They're supposed to be all, you know, they're supposed to be all these things. Okay? They're supposed to know how to handle certain situations and shit like that. Alright? And judging from most of the stories that I've told you before, they haven't done a real good job in fucking picking some of these people. And this is another example of another time where they haven't picked a fucking bright person to do this. Because as he's walking away from me, he folds up a box and throws it on this cart he has. And he was just like, well, maybe you should just suck it up and do it when we ask you then. Oh shit, fucking, if there was a record player playing again, I was like, excuse me, what did you say? And he didn't say anything. He just fucking kept walking. I had like a pin in my ear. Because I always had a pin in my ear. Because at customer service, you always got to have like a fucking pin on you. So like, oh shit. So like, I had a pin like right here. And like, the manager who's up front at the time. Because he was like in the backroom manager that day. And he just showed up front. So the manager who's up here at the time is standing right there. And like, that comment right there just fucking like just set me off, because I'm just like, that was your fucking response? Just suck it up and do it? Like, you are a fucking manager. All right, again, that is not how you talk to your fucking subordinates, man. You know, here I am telling you that, like, I've gone upstairs and talked to your fucking, like, upper management about the way you talk to us, about the way you ask us questions that have no fucking choice whatsoever, and you're just gonna make us do it just because you say fucking do it, and, like, that's your fucking response to me? So, I took the pen out of my hand, I whipped it across the counter, I was closing the night, I was like, that's it? Find somebody else to close, I'm out of here, goodbye, and I was the only one there. I was like, that's it, fucking, I bolted, I left. I went all the way to the back, and now, many times before, I was like, that's it, I'm gone, I'm leaving for the night, and I stood right there, and I continued working. This time, I was gone. I left the fucking counter, I'm in the back, I'm at the clock. My fingers are on the buttons. I'm about to clock out and just fucking leave. Then my brain stopped. You know, it was just like, think about this. You know? So we had, the manager I mentioned in a couple episodes ago, the one, we'll talk about him a little bit more, you know? But Joe, I was like, wait a minute. He's the manager, like he's another manager that watches over shit. I was like, wait a minute, think this over. Because if you clock out and they don't want you to come back, it's over, you know? So I was like, all right, go find Joe. If you can find Joe, stay. All right? If you don't find Joe, go to fuck home, you know? So I turn around from the clock, I turn the corner, and boom, there he is right there. And I was like, Joe, you better get your boy. And he was like, what do you mean? And I was like, big, tall, and stupid, this happened. I told him about the whole question thing and then what he said to me and everything. And I was like, this is ridiculous. You shouldn't be talking to me this way, blah, blah, blah. And he was just like, okay, all right, calm down. Just take a couple deep breaths and just, head back up front and I will talk to him. I was just like, now, meanwhile, while he's talking to me, I hear on the intercom, this person, customer service, please. This person, the customer service, please. This person, they're scrambling for a person to get to customer service, because my ass isn't up there, and I'm the only person there. So I hear all this shit going on while he's talking to me, and he was just like, just go back up front, I'll talk to him. I was like, okay, thank you. So I go back up front, and there's the manager who was running the front, and she's just like, so are you staying? I was like, yes. And big, tall, and stupid's behind my fucking counter. Meanwhile, nobody is supposed to be behind my counter, because at that point, Angie only wanted people who were scheduled for customer service. This is how we got the name Stupid. She only wanted people who were scheduled for customer service in can and bottle. Can and bottle were allowed behind the counter. People who were scheduled for customer service behind the counter. And Big, Tall, and Stupid just did not understand this fucking rule. He just kept coming behind the counter whenever he fucking pleased and shit like that. And I kept telling him, I'm like, dude, you can't be behind the counter. Angie doesn't want people. Well, I'm a manager. I can do what I want. No, dude, that's not how it fucking works. And he's like, well, I'm customer service trained. That's not how it works either. She only wants you here if you're scheduled, you fucking tard. Like, he just would not get it. So, anyway, I walked back behind the counter. There he is. And the manager who's up front was just like, are you staying? I was like, yes. And you get out from behind my counter. Because, I was done with him. After that, like I said, fucking done with his ass. After that, it began, like I've said before, I think I'm pretty sure I've said it before. If I don't like your ass, if you have to talk to me, it better be fucking Hy-Vee related. Because I may not like your ass, but we may have to work together. So if you come to me and you're like, fucking, where's the chips for aisle 7? I'll be like, oh, they're right over here. That's work related. I'll talk to you. But if you come talk to me and be like, hey, Will, how's your day going? More than likely, I will walk fucking away. I've done it. You can ask people. You can come talk to me about fucking whatever, and I will fucking walk away. I don't give a damn. So, one day, Big, Tall, and Stupid's walking with another manager who fucking straight up lied to me. We'll get to her later, too. So, they're over there talking. I forgot what the even topic was. I literally did forget. I honestly can't remember what it was. But, the woman was talking to me. And I made a comment about it. And Big Tall and Stupid chimes his fucking way into it. And, you know, again, I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about what he has to say, what he does. If they would have came to me the next day and said, hey, Big Tall and Stupid died last night, I'd be like, right on, okay. Just went on with my day. That's how much I fucking, you know, again, I look at him like, look at this motherfucker eating crackers and shit. You know, like, oh my God. So, fuck it, her name's Rachel. Rachel was just like, she said whatever, and I responded to it. And then he chimes in with his 2 cents, and I was like, I don't believe I was fucking talking to you. You know? And Rachel was just like, whoa, Will, calm down. And I was just like, no, I wasn't talking to him, so he doesn't need to be talking to me. And then that's when, like, again, it was like, you know, dad hit mom at the dinner table, nobody knew what to say. You know? Because I was like, you know, fuck, if I don't like you and I'm not talking to you, don't fucking talk to me. You know? That shit drove me up the wall. I was very passive aggressive with him after that. You know? Or like, oh my God. I don't know if I should tell this story. Oh fuck, should I tell this story? Oh damn it, I don't know if I should tell this story. Fuck, because the person involved might fucking kill me if I tell this story. Shit, I can't tell that story. Fuck. Man, because it's a good fucking story. I just know I reamed them so hard. Maybe in the comments. Ask me in the comments. I could probably type it, but I can't put it in video. Ask me in the comments about this story, and I'll fucking tell you the story, because it's a good one. So if you ask in the comments about this story, I'll tell you the story in the comments, but I can't put it in video, because it's a good fucking story. It's a funny story. So yeah. After that, it's a very passive-aggressive story, because I fucking reamed them pretty good with it. But yeah, after that, I was just very passive-aggressive. If I could just get a shot in on them when I could, I would. You know? Didn't care, you know, and just like little shit too, man. Like, you know, whenever the managers came in, they have to get a list of like everybody who's there, you know, what department and shit like that. 9 times out of 10, I'd see the manager coming. Like, we had a manager, Gabe. Gabe, fucking awesome. The whole time he worked there, never pissed me off once. One of the rare ones, you know. So if I see Gabe coming, I reach into the drawer, grab him a list. There you go, buddy. Don't need to come behind here and grab one, you know. Or, you know, another manager, there you go, boom, grab one. If I see Big Tall and Stupid coming, I don't move a muscle. You can come behind here and grab your own shit. You know, I don't give a fuck. You know, be a big boy, grab it, you know. Shit like that, you know, like little shit like that, you know, and he'd see it too. Like, he'd be like, oh okay, he gave Gabe a list, but he didn't give me one. Yeah, because I don't give a fuck, that's why, you know. Or it became shit like, can you grab me one? I'm like, oh, okay, we're going to play that game. Okay, you're going to make me do it. All right, awesome. You know? Because if I say no, you know, then it just starts a whole nother world of fucking shit. You know, then it becomes insubordination. You know? But to this day, I like, you know, when I go to that, because believe it or not, like I said, I still shop there. And like, if I want like a rain check, or like, if I see something priced wrong and he's up front, I don't even fucking bother with it. It's just one of those things where, like, you know, I'm just like, I'm not even going to bother with it if his big dumb ass is up front. Like, one day, I didn't know he was up front, and I think I had, like, a rain check or something, so they're like, oh, okay, hold on. Big, tall, and stupid up front. They didn't say that, really, but they're like, big, tall, and stupid up front, and I was just like, oh, fuck, you didn't tell me he was up front. They're like, sorry, Will. I was like, come on, man. But, I mean, like, that's, I mean, I hate this guy so much that the person I told you that was trying to date him, I told her straight up, I was like, if you start dating him, I can't be friends with you anymore. And they were kind of offended by that. And I was just like, what? I'm still friends with you even though you're dating your person? I was like, yeah, but my person's awesome. Yours is a fucking asshole. You know? Well, that's not true. I was like, yeah, it is, you know? Thankfully, they never dated. But other than that, you know, I just... But anyway, that's the story of Big, Tall, and Stupid, you know. So yeah, we got plenty more stories, you know. So that's this episode of Hy-Vee Hell. Again, remember, Venmo, PayPal in the description. If you want to hear that story that I couldn't say on video, you know. Oh, hey, in fact, if you want to hear that story, fucking hit that Venmo, $5. Or PayPal, $5. You want to hear the story and then fucking drop it in the comments there and shit, you know. Also, the Amazon wish list, the YouTuber-friendly Facebook. Don't come to my personal page and bother me. That's why I created a whole YouTuber-friendly Facebook page, so nobody would bother me on my personal page. But no, people were just like, hey, let me go over there too. No, fucking stay there. So yeah, all that's in the description down below, and I will see you guys for Friday Night Live, hopefully. You know, some people show up, some people don't, you know, but Friday Night Live, and next week, I do not have a video planned. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing yet. That is the one spot I don't have, like, anything planned for, so yeah. Until next time, I am the Artist Version 1, and guess what? I'm out.